I think the art of filmmaking is that you tie an audience to the cinema chair for 2 hours and they can't blink because they don't want to miss anything. And you did that because this is a great movie, great tension, and I love it when you are scared because just somebody cracks the door open.
Yeah.
So how...
Oh, goodness. Well, thank you so much, first of all. It was not easy at all. Filmmaking is incredibly difficult, and this is my first film, so I was learning a lot as I went. But specifically films like this, thriller films, where it's like the idea of tension, right? It's like such a delicate dance, and it's like a very thin string, and you just kind of have to keep it taut, and you can't break it, and you can't let it get too loose. And so... yeah, it takes a lot of work. And also, I feel like, once you know what's going to happen, it's very hard to know what the audience is feeling and kind of having to anticipate, okay, if I didn't know what was happening, what would I be feeling at this point of the story, and how do you keep them engaged? And yeah, it was a really, really difficult journey.
And it's what other directors can learn from you.
Oh, wow.
And he showed us to Michael Bay. Yeah. Did you ever been... such kind of tension in a Transformers movie? No.
I love you.
But in this one, it was over and so I just want to see it again.
Amazing. Amazing. A lot of people have been saying that, which has been so amazing.
Yeah, I love it. And I also like the story because I think there's something between the lines. So what was your idea, because you write the story, to do this story that way?
Well, I really wanted to explore power and power dynamics and what people will do to get it, what people will do when they have it, the abuse of power, the yearning for power. And within that, I wanted to explore the power game that we as a society play, and specifically women, the part that we are asked to play within that game. And I wanted to highlight the absurdity of what women are asked to do. We're asked to and expected to smile through our pain, to speak to each other with our eyes because we're afraid to say what we really feel, and we're expected to forgive and forget. And sometimes when you take the perspective and shift it a little bit, it makes it easier for people to see the absurdity of human beings and what we do.
Great explanation. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I love all this behind-the-scenes stories. Did you have maybe some things to tell from behind the scenes that we don't see on screen? Some things go wrong, they should not go wrong? Or?
I mean, the cast lived in the location that we shot the film, mostly because it was so far away from everything. It just took too long to get everybody back and forth. But it created this very special energy where we all, we would eat every meal together. We would all hang out together. The cast would be hanging out, when scenes they weren't in, just to kind of see what was going on. And so I think, specifically because of the subject matter of the film, it was very important that everyone was close and got along and felt safe with each other. And I think there's just this magnetic energy that you feel within this cast that translates onto the screen, and really was the reason that we were able to do what we were able to do. I think it was just... living where you work in the middle of nowhere for a month is a very specific experience. Well, what's funny is that maybe in retrospect I could think of things that are funny, but when you're trying to make the movie, nothing is funny. When I look back, I think about how stressed out I was, but in the moment, nothing's funny because you gotta get it done, and you're just freaking out the whole time. I'm sure the cast has more fun stories than I do, but I was mostly just stressed out.
So what was your hardest day? Were you totally stressed out?
Almost every day, but specifically I think the scenes where we have the entire cast, dinner scenes are very, very tedious because you have so many people and you have to get all this coverage. So I do feel like whenever I had more than 4 people in a scene, it was very stressful because you just, don't have a lot of time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. It's such a great movie.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I hope that the audience likes it.
I hope so too.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, you're coming. Amazing.
Great